Back again. Back again. So, yeah, this is the young people's panel hosted by me, Alex Brooker, a man that's nearly 40. But yeah, guys, if you want to come up and join me. Please do. Here we go, here we are. Give them a round of applause, please. Right then. By the way, I have been told just before, I've got to do this bit of admin just at the start. People have got to get their kids, is it like basically by 4:15 latest apparently, or you just lose them by the sounds of what I'm being told. I've never heard something seriously though, get them by 4:15 because I don't know what, they get raffled off or something. But yeah, between 4 and 15. Anyway, sorry, I was told to do that admin. That's completely ruined the flow of what we're about to do. Guys, I just want you to all, should we just all introduce ourselves from right down to left? Emily, we'll start with you.
Hello, I'm Emily. I'm a trustee. I'm also a freelance writer, editor, and general creative person.
Hi, I'm Ella. I'm an ambassador for Reach. I'm also a graduate environmentalist.
Hi, I'm Gemma. I'm 27. I'm a model and influencer.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm 36, so one of the oldest on the panel, won't say who. And yeah, I'm a content creator with my wife, Whitney, who sat over there, and I also run the social media for Reach.
Hello, I'm Jesse. I'm 18 years old, and yes, I'm also a content creator.
Hi, I'm India from Belfast, 23 years old. I feel like I'm doing a CV here. And I do TikTok, content creation, sometimes radio, a little bit of everything.
Hi, I'm Owen. I'm 13 and I play the trombone.
I love that. So guys, we often hear from parents sharing experiences about the children with limb differences, so we thought it'd be great to speak with you all about your experiences of limb difference and how you've raised awareness in different ways. So just, growing up, whoever wants to kind of to take it, how did you all feel about your limb difference?
I always had Reach, so I felt really supported by this community. But I have to say, growing up, there wasn't as many influencers and people like there are now, like yourself on TV. And it's amazing to see the potential that we can reach. And I just hope we get bigger. Hope we get seen in more places.
Ella, do you want to go next?
So I'm exactly the same as Emily, really. Very similar stories. I was involved from Reach for a child, and then, when I kind of get to teenage age, I thought, this isn't cool anymore. I don't want to be part of this. And then I realised in lockdown, actually, no, everyone needs support, and it's really nice to be around a community like Reach, where everyone's so like-minded and, can help each other out all the time.
I would say my experience is quite weird because I don't look at myself like I have a disability. I was grown up to be very outgoing. My mum and dad have always told me to do whatever I wanted to do. I was always the first in the playground, on the monkey bars, even though I couldn't do them. And I was rock climbing and probably gave my mum and dad a heart attack. But I don't actually, I still don't look at myself like I'm different. And then I started my journey about 4 years ago, signed up to be a model. And I've just met the most wonderful people, and I've worked with some great brands. I've been in Vogue, Cosmopolitan, and it's just been great.
It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah, I've been in Vogue. No, I haven't. Girl, one day. For me, well, one, I don't remember my childhood, but who knows why? We'll see. I don't remember if I was bullied, obviously, but I don't think I was. But it wasn't until I was more later in my teens and a younger adult in my 20s that I actively hid it. So if I was posing in a photo, my left hand would always be behind someone, or I'd hide it just behind my back. When I meet someone, it would take friends almost years to suddenly clock it and be like, when did that happen? I was 2 weeks after I was born. But it was a long journey for me to accept it. And unfortunately, I didn't know about Reach growing up. And I've only met 2 people with limb differences before today, really. So,
wow.
I think that's, I don't know if it's for all of you guys, when you're saying about hiding your hands. I used to do that. When I was a kid, I think it was, it was something that was fairly common as well, especially things like school discos as well, where there were girls there and that. I'd be walking around like I was was mad. It was absolutely mad. And when you look back at it, I think you do feel. I feel quite sad when I think back to that time. But I suppose for anyone really, when you're self-conscious about something, you try to hide it. And I think obviously when you've got limb difference, it felt like I focused on that, and I'm sure it was the same for you. And Jesse, how did you feel, pal?
Well, for me, growing up, and also didn't really interact with anyone else that had a limb difference. The first time I met someone that had very similar to me was this year in the gym. So I helped him out with how I do some things at the gym. But yeah, growing up wasn't really put apart. I've never hid my arm, and I've been really confident with it. I've just never been put apart growing up. So I think that was really good for me. And I've just done everything like everyone else would do.
I think for me, I always identified my disability, if you want to call it that, being more of a social disability than a physical disability, because I was always able to do everything, and yet people were sort of judging me as if I can't do anything. And as you said earlier in your talk, people making assumptions, whether it be like from good intentions or bad intentions. Even in school, the way you had a teacher who gave you like a hockey adaptation almost and was really supportive. I was told I couldn't play hockey. So it was always something I seen, and that's why I started TikTok, because I feel like it doesn't come from a place where people want to be bad. I don't think people want to be bad. I just think if we give them the opportunity to educate them and to show them that people are different and it's a natural state of being. There are disabilities not just in human beings but in animals. Like literally there's just disability out there, whether it's in one shape or form or another, and I think just showing people that and making it more normalised is really important. So that's why I do it on my TikTok.
Oh, and how have you found it, Pat? 'Cause obviously you play trombone, which is absolutely incredible. Like, how have you found? How did you? First of all, I genuinely want to know how you kind of you got into doing that as well.
Well, I find I've always wanted to do everything everyone else can. Some of my teachers in the past have tried to separate me from other people, but I've been quite adamant I want to be treated like a normal kid, and I don't really want anything special. I've just tried to get on with my disability, if you want to call it that, the best I can.
And we've kind of getting into playing trombone. Was there any other kind of assumptions that people trying to put you off, or just go what telling you wouldn't be able to do it, or anything like that, or have you just kind of embraced it and found it your own way?
I went into it thinking I wouldn't be able to do nearly as well as anyone else. Looking back, if I went back to year 5 and told myself I'd be able to do what I can do now, I don't think I would have ever believed it. Yeah.
And for you guys who are kind of putting yourself out there. India, like, I know obviously for TikTok, we were on that video and that went viral last year. And I remember thinking I was going to join TikTok, and then I had one look at the comments. I went, nope, not.
In my video.
Yeah, I was going to join it because I was like, I might get some coverage out of this, and then I kind of looked at I was stupidly, because I don't go on Twitter, it's a cesspit, but it's like with comments and stuff like that, and especially as disabled people. When you put yourselves out there, it is the most obvious thing that people use to knock you down. I know I've seen before you kind of putting stuff where people have commented and you've called them out on it. Like, how have you found that?
I was brought up with thick skin, very much so, and with a good sense of humour. I think that can never go wrong. And I'm from Belfast, like I don't shy away from telling somebody when they're wrong. So that's just how I've approached it. I've never actually found myself being really affected by comments. It can sometimes be a negative thing, but because it's just something that I've been used to, I've almost been desensitized to it. There's nothing they can say to me that I haven't heard before. And at the end of the day, I have this perspective. What are they doing with their lives? What are they actually achieving? Why are they spending their days on my comment section on an app like TikTok and criticizing something that I'm doing and I'm making a career off and trying to do something positive with? And I've been lucky enough to create an online space where it is mostly positive comments. There can be a lot of negative ones as well, but I've got a good wee community online, and I think that putting positive things out there will attract positive things back.
A lot of helmets on social media. Cannot say that strongly enough, but there are a lot of good people as well. And for for you as well, Megan, you kind of going into the content creation space and stuff like that. How have you found people's reaction?
Yeah. Well, for me, I think I've got a kind of different journey to other people because I'm gay and I've always been out as being gay online from a young age, and I actually put myself and my wife online to provide visibility as a lesbian couple because that was really lacking. It just didn't exist in the media. But what I did was actually still hide my hand. So for the first few years we were online, none of our followers knew that I had a limb difference. And it was actually after watching the film, I think it's called Soul Surfer, about, was it Bethany Hamilton's her name? Who gets her hand literally bitten off by a shark, which some of us might pretend we do, but she actually did. And that just kind of inspired me to embrace it more, and also the fact that my wife accepted me for me, whereas I always worried I would never find a partner that would. So it was like, it's been a long journey, but I was really scared when I came out about my hand, because I was like, if someone says anything negative, I don't think I will cope with it. So I'm not as strong as India or Jessie at all with that, but it's taken me many years. If someone does say something, I'm much better than I used to be, but it still hurts. But I think providing visibility is so much more important and empowering to help others, and I'm really focused on helping to create awareness for other people, basically.
And just kind of another general question, a big one, by the way, it is a big question. How would you like to see things progress in terms of kind of, attitudes towards limb difference and things like that? Emily, how would you feel about that?
I think more visibility is always great, but I also think like within ourselves, teaching self-love and care towards ourselves, and like India said, like having thick skin, because I think we're always going to get comments, like we just are, and that's the reality of the world that we live in. But that's okay as long as we have the tools to be able to deal with that and to educate people.
Ella and Gemma, you've been involved with Reach for how long?
Since birth, so 22 years.
And how about you, Gemma?
Yeah, since birth.
Since birth. How because again, I didn't know of Reach when I was younger, which is mad because my mum's into all of that stuff, and I'm surprised she never found it earlier. But like how I said before about the fact that I didn't know anyone else. I hadn't seen anyone else with hands or legs like me. Like how not comforting is the wrong word, but like what's it been like for you guys to meet other people like you through Reach?
Yeah, so I find it amazing. Just coming to this event every year now. This is the 4th one I've done in a row, and you get to see the same people and you build friendships and new friends, and also meeting people online. So like I knew Megan, India and Gemma from online, and to actually meet them in person as well. It's really nice. It's a real community, and I think there is comfort in it, when you're finding comfort within people and sort of things that only people with limb differences can relate to. You can't have a conversation with someone with 2 hands that could, feel the same way that you feel about things or the way you do things. It's really nice.
How about you, Gemma?
So I was at Reach since I was a baby until about 10. I remember I actually had an event last year with Koala, who did the limb differences, the soft prosthetics, and it was a yoga event. And I remember me being in the room with like 10 other women with a limb difference, and I'd never been in a situation like that before for like a decade, and being like, oh my God, and I could feel myself staring at everybody, and I hate that, so I was staring at everybody. And it was just so nice, and I actually feel like instantly you have a connection, and like we're all very similar. Like I feel like our humour's the same. We always say the same jokes. Like, I say shark attack, and I met Jessie for the first time yesterday, and he says shark attack. And like I think that it's just so nice to be able to have a community and be able to talk and to relate. You don't have that growing up. You don't have role models. So having a community with Reach, and now they've got this like slightly older demographic that's going to be great for mental health, is so important.
Yeah. I've actually, when I met Adam Hills, he told me he lost his foot in a shark attack because he was Australian. I genuinely believed it was a true possibility. It was absolute rubbish. And for especially certainly for you, Owen, I don't want to like put you on the spot, but as you're the youngest member of our young. How old are you, Jessie?
18.
18, yeah. See,
a bit older.
Got the baby face, mate, but still.
Yep.
But Owen, for someone like you, you're, and actually for all of you guys, maybe slightly not so much for me and Megan, because we are the wrong side of whatever. But now that there is, there is internet, there is social media, and things like that, and disability is slightly more visible to what it was. Like, kind of how do you feel about that? About, you know, do you feel represented, or is there anything that kind of helps kind of inspire you?
Yeah, I feel like it's really good. I've seen Jesse's videos for quite a while now, and I never thought I'd find anyone with a limb difference on any social media, and it felt really good to find someone else like me. I mean, I've been with Reach, but like, I didn't know people existed outside Reach who had limb differences, and it felt really good.
How about you, Jesse?
Well, it is good knowing that there's other people doing the same that you do sometimes. I struggle with things. I go on social media like how to do this with one hand, how to do that with one hand, and there isn't that much information out there, and there isn't too many people doing like what we do, like videos and referring to having a limb difference. So I think it's very good to have these videos out there and other people doing it, because people like on here, they can go there, see the videos and feel like, okay, I'm not alone, there's other people doing it. And it's good because you feel like you're not alone. Like this right here, it's the first time I've ever been in a room with other people like with a limb difference, and it's like, wow, it's so refreshing, it's different, I'm not used to it. Yeah. But I think it's very good, it helps a lot of people as well.
I think it's amazing compared to the experience that I talked about before. When I first was around other disabled people, I was a lot older, and actually I struggled with it a lot more. So it's lovely to hear how great everyone feels about it, and I'm glad that you guys are at that place a lot earlier than I was in my life. And actually, just speaking of videos, how many of you have done the videos about like doing your hair? With
I
one.
did.
Yeah, you did one. You've all done one. I reckon I've watched a load of them. I was trying to do. I know it sounds really weird. I was watching you trying to do your hair the other day. But it is. But when I'm trying to do the girl's hair, I can't remember whose video it was, but I'm trying to do it. I'm like, right, let's see how we do this. It is amazing to know that is out there. And you know, it's again a big question. By the way, I've just got there's a massive clock in front of me, which I cannot say strong enough, gives the impression that something bad's about to happen. In 5 minutes and 47 seconds. It is just there. You've got to get your kids. But I cannot, all I've heard. But genuinely, they really got it. Like, apparently by 4:15, so I've just got to keep reminding people of that. But I actually do want to move on to like another kind of these are all big questions, and some of us have all just met, and we're having this conversation in front of a room full of people. But kind of what I want to know from all of you really, what your hopes are for the future. What do you all want to do? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be with your disability? Emily, go.
Well,
that weren't on the iPad.
I've got big goals. So this year I wrote for Stylist magazine. So my goal is to write for people like Cosmopolitan or Elle or something. I know that you've been in those as a model, so maybe I could do a little write-up for you. I'm also writing a book at the minute. Can't say any more than that. But yeah, I'm a writer, so I want to be a writer and keep doing that.
Yeah, so in terms of reach, I think I really want to push, I think me and Emily have discussed it several times, the 18 to 25-year-old gap, because I think the kind of drop-off for most children for reach, or where they become less engaged, is when they become teenagers and, etc., hormones. So I think to really, reach is a charity for children, but also you're a child when you're 15, 16. That's when I needed help at high school, going to college, navigating university. So I think we really want to work on, teenagers and engaging those and really providing good support for them.
This sounds so cliche, but I just want to be happy. My parents are growing up wondering, is she going to be in a relationship? Is she going to find love? Is she going to get a job? And I've come so far, and I've got to this point, and I'm in a really loving relationship, and I have a house, and I have a dog, and I've come so far on this journey that as long as I'm this happy in 10 years, 20 years, I'm chilling.
Yeah, love that.
That is a lovely answer. For me, no. with the Reach hat on, I want to be able to grow Reach's social media. So if you don't already, please follow on Instagram, TikTok, because we're doing that now, and Facebook. And
Can I just say,
yeah.
I've got to give you, you really have upped the social media game.
you.
You really have.
thank
And
you
with
very
all
much.
due respect to whoever ran it before, so I know like everyone's had a go. Just like it was good then. It was good then. It was good. But like it's like I've never heard from it as much. Like Megan's on to me every week about it, so he's
fair.
great.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to
Oh, I
give you
appreciate that.
praise, and
Thank you very
I think it's a great area for the charity to expand.
Definitely,
into.
yeah. And I think that goes in with Ella wanting to reach more, the like teenage years and younger adults. That's where hopefully we're going to find them, as well as still catering to parents and helping them. Yeah, it's just an amazing way to connect, I think, on social media nowadays. And personally, I don't know, I guess, like Gemma, I'm happy. I've got my wife. We're actually on a baby journey. So I think for me, it would be to have a baby soon and hopefully document what it's like having a child with one hand.
How about you, pal?
Well, for me, I want to continue my YouTube, online, TikTok career. Want to keep doing the videos I make, keep spreading some positivity, some laughs. That's what brings me the most joy out of everything. And then continue showing others that even though you have a disability, you shouldn't be so different to others. You're just good as you are. That's the message I want to spread. People look at my videos, they're funny, they have a laugh. Anyone can watch them, but there's a deeper meaning behind it when you look at it. And I've gotten so many messages. You can see like people saying, "Damn, seeing you with a disability, still comfortable with that. You can make jokes around it. Nothing's too serious. You don't take everything to heart." That's what I love to hear when people message me. And yeah, I just want to continue my online career, see where it goes. You did soccer aids. That's like on my list, things I'd like to do.
Yeah, piss off.
Stuff like
Silas Goodson. Yeah, no, do it, yeah, in about like 5 or 6 years' time when I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, cool, no worries. Put the cameras down. Yeah, but that's amazing. You love to do soccer aid.
Yeah, or big
Yeah,
events.
another one. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Anything.
No, but yeah, mate, it's there. I can't believe they let me play. So it's yeah, I'm sure they need someone who can actually run around. So yeah, I will not be telling them any of your details. Cannot say that strongly enough. Only young 18-year-old disabled people knocking about the place. Welcome to the Young Influence panel with me, Alex Brooker.
I won't just be on it just for being just disabled, but just for doing what I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be so looked at, okay, we're just going to have you just because you're disabled and we need someone like you, or maybe it's just because of what I do, the videos I make, I just want them to have me on.
Oh, mate, absolutely. And I genuinely, I know I'm messing about, but I do hope you actually get that, because I am on there just because I'm disabled. I said to Martin Compston the other day, if I was just fat, I ain't playing in that game. So anyway, right. And India, how about you?
I want to build a one-handed empire of like my hand everywhere. Like, not even joking you. Like, I went with this intention of like, I know that sounds really, I just want to do everything, to be honest. I'm one of those people that can't really decide what they want to do. I chose a degree that specifies, like, I did a business degree, so do you know why that's like so unspecific that you can do anything? I just don't like to commit to anything, but the one thing I would love to do is to get into acting and be cast for a role that isn't the disabled character. I'd love to just be the love interest, or the funny one, or the crazy one that kills everybody. I don't know.
I can tell you now from working in television that it's so sad that genuinely we're not cast as the bad guys. We're not cast as. It always has to be about the disability. And I can tell you now the amount of sitcoms I've tried to pitch, and they're like, "But what's the disability angle?" So it's got someone in it who's disabled. That's about as far as it goes. It's actually not about them being disabled. It's about them having a life, and they're like, well, can they be in like a special school? It's like, well, no, because that's anyway. But okay, we've got a long way to go with that, and I think more people like you in shows would be for the better. And just last, but certainly not least, Owen, my man on the end. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I want to be a good role model for younger people with a limb difference. I want to teach them that there's nothing really holding you back. And whatever I do with my life, I just hope I do that.
Mate, absolutely unbelievable. And by the way, I just want to say as well, big round of applause for our panel. I just want to, please do give a massive round of applause for our panel. Generally, from my point of view as the old man up here, it makes me feel very old and very humbled to be around you all with so many exciting opportunities ahead of you. God, I feel really depressed. I'm done with life. I'm on the...
Make a TikTok.
Get on TikTok.
No, because I'm at the age where it just gets a little bit weird when you're when you're wrong side of 40 and you join a TikTok, they'll be like, why? And Telly's got enough problems as it is at the moment. Anyway, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, genuinely, guys, thank you so much for chatting to me, for sharing your stories. I think you're all amazing, so, and thank you very much. And thank you all for listening. And that clock's gone to 0, so if you haven't got your kids yet. Anyway, but thank you very much, everyone. Cheers. Thank you.